anybody waiting for anybody else, family members, or before we get started? No? We're all good? Very good. Well, welcome to Boerne Police Department's promotional ceremony. I'm Jeff Page, the interim police chief. Today is obviously a special day for the officers and their families due to the promotion, but it's also a historic day for the Boerne Police Department for several reasons. First, we're promoting 7 officers today. That's the most officers we've ever promoted in one event. Second of all, we're promoting our first female officer. So, good job. And third, we're promoting 6 corporals to a new rank. We've not had that rank in the police department before. What used to happen is when a sergeant was unavailable, the senior officer would take over. Well, some of the senior officers really didn't want that responsibility. So with the corporal rank, what it allows us to do is to go ahead and take those officers that want to lead and have shown through their ability and through competitive testing to be able to take over that function. So that's kind of where we're at today. I'd like to thank the city manager, Ben Thatcher, who's with us, for understanding the need for the corporal rank and for approving these 6 positions. So with that said, Ben, if you'd like to say a few things. Sure.
So, good afternoon, everybody. Mitch, good to see you here. So as Chief said, first off, the corporal position, it's just a neat opportunity. Right away, from the very first time I got here, I was always wondering why a department of our size didn't quite have a department or a corporal level position, and so I'm glad we're able to do that. It's kind of a historical moment, right? The first cadre of corporals. Has there ever been a corporal position?
I don't know.
All right, so shout out for being one of the first. And so it's an indication of you as an officer knowing your craft, knowing what's required of being an officer. But now it's a new path of understanding what it means to have to extend influence in a different way, right? More in a positive manner of motivating people around you, of being able to be a decision maker in a very high stress situation, which you guys are already accustomed to. But now that puts us in a different lane, so to speak, where we'll continue to invest in you in a leadership way. And so when there's opportunities moving forward, we're ready for that. And we'll step up. It's like these 2 gentlemen have had to do for the last, how long has it been? 4 months since I've had you in the interim role. You never know when you might need to step up and do that. So I'm glad we're able to do this for our community, for the department, for you as individual officers. Appreciative of your willingness, your mission to appropriate, worthy ambition to represent this department in a positive manner to our community. Be mindful, I'm going to give you a challenge, be mindful of our corporate values, right? And what that means to represent not just the police badge of the department, but our city organization, integrity and excellence and innovation and service and collaboration. So with that, I just want to congratulate you, proud of you, and grateful for all you guys do in the department, for our community. I hear nothing but good things all day long, all week long, everywhere I go, all the different community aspects of the department. So hats off, congratulations, and sit back to a lot of good stuff in each and every way. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize a few other people. We have both our assistant city managers here, Christy Stark, Danny Zink. Appreciate you being here. We have our HR director, Lisa. Appreciate you being here. And Chris Shadrock, our communications director. All here to support you guys, so that's important. Just want to say a few words based on my experience in San Antonio, and now, of course, here. But in San Antonio, we had the corporal rank. It was basically a detective rank, so a little bit of difference. But what's important is when you become a corporal and a sergeant, they're the 2 most important ranks within the police department, because you guys, gal, will have the most interaction with our officers. So having the most interaction gives you the chance to most influence them, to help them with their personal goals, with their department goals, and their city goals. So it's imperative that you help them move forward in that way. The other thing, you are the communication link between the officers and management. It's incumbent upon you to make sure they have issues, concerns, that they're timely followed up on and sent to us. We hear a lot of things days, weeks later that we could have taken care of a lot sooner had you brought that forward. So please remember, they're wanting an answer. We want to give them an answer, but we got to know what an issue is. The other thing that I want to mention, this position is going to require you to have a change of mindset. So instead of coming to work each day and saying to yourself, you know, I've got to take care of myself, now you've got to come to work and say, I got to take care of my shift, my detail, and really look out for the guys. I think a lot of this is going to seem a little bit overwhelming in the beginning, but I think if you remember, we're here as a team, we're here to help you. There's supervisors with a lot more experience, commanders, there's management. We're more than happy to help. Please come and see us. Nobody has all the answers. Everybody needs help. So please remember and come and see us. With that, there's two other introductions I'd like to make. My command staff has Assistant Chief Steve Perez here and Lieutenant Mitch Scoggins in charge of the patrol division. With that said, let's go ahead and start the promotions. And since rank sometimes has the privilege, we'll start with the sergeant. So Khalid Al-Baidi, if you'll come up here. We call him Al, makes it a lot easier. I'll read your promotion letter. So basically this says, Dear Al, after a competitive assessment center was completed at the Boerne Police Department, it is with great pride that I promote you to the rank of sergeant. The official date of promotion is January 21st, 2022. Your career with the Boerne Police Department began as a probationary police officer in 2015. Since being hired in 2015, you have been assigned to the patrol division, where you earned 5 notice of merits for outstanding police work. In 2018, you received your bachelor's degree in criminal justice. You continued to work diligently on your education and received a master's degree in 2020. You also continue to serve your country as an Army reservist after 8 years of active duty with the Army. Your hard work as a reservist in the U.S. Army has enabled you to receive an officer's commission in 2021. During your time with the Boerne Police Department, you have taken on training responsibilities by becoming certified as a tactical driving instructor in 2021. Your ability to adapt to new assignments with increased responsibility has made you an asset to not only your supervisors, but to your fellow officers as well. Your willingness to mentor and assist other officers has made you an integral member of the department. I'm proud to see you take the next step in your career and take pride in promoting you to the rank of sergeant. Congratulations, brother. See, we'll pin on your collar insignias. Normally we would do badges, but supply chain problem. They said it'll take 4 to 6 months to get a badge, believe it or not. So this is the best we can do.
So normally, as Army guys and veterans, right, Marine Corps too, we have a tradition called blood rank. So from a private on up, usually when you get pinned, blood rank is, these things are like little needles. And so normally your supervisor would come pin you and then slam them down without the backings. So, but we're not gonna do that.
So you need to ask Lisa to walk away.
Okay, now we're going to the corporal rank. And the first officer will be Doug. Let's meet with Doug and work him up. Let me read this letter to you. The first paragraph that I read earlier is on everybody, so I've read that once, I won't do that again. You began your career with the Boerne Police Department in 2009 as a patrolman. During this time, you have shown your commitment towards your hometown and have always taken a positive outlook to better your community. Early in your career, you became proficient in making DWI arrests and began helping other officers refine their arrest techniques and procedures. In 2013, you took it upon yourself to get in better shape and complete the San Antonio Police Department SWAT operator course, earning a basic SWAT certification. Since that time, you have been a dedicated member of the Boerne Emergency Response Team. You are currently assigned to Boerne High School as a school resource officer, where you have been for the past 4 years. During your time as an SRO, I have seen the positive influence you have nurtured with the students at your campus. Since your time at the Boerne Police Department, you have received over 30 merits and commendations, 2 life-saving awards, and numerous Fit for Duty awards. In my 10 years working at the police department, I've seen you grow and mature in both your personal and professional life. As you take your first step in a leadership role within the department, I look forward to seeing the continued positive outlook and problem-solving leadership you demonstrate daily. I congratulate you and am proud to bestow upon you the rank of corporal. Steve, you want to pay him too, right?
Blood rank, yep. Just so y'all know, Doug, Corporal Butte will be assigned, he's a school resource officer, he's a second school resource officer. He'll be now in charge of the school resource officer.
Okay, our next corporal, our tallest, will be Lisa Rowe. Come on up. Raise your hands. Okay, dear Lisa, your career began with the Fair Oaks Ranch Police Department in 2009. In 2012, you started your police career with the Boerne Police Department. You have excelled during your time here, receiving the Top Gun Award and having been a 5-time recipient of overall Fit for Duty Award. Your dedication to health and fitness is exemplary, and you should always be valued in this profession. You have earned 11 notice of merits for outstanding police work. During your time on patrol, you led the department in arrests, traffic stops, and calls for service. You succeeded in that position while also focusing on narcotic cases. In 2015, you became a detective where you worked general cases and was then asked to transition into working primarily narcotic cases. The Boerne Police Department did not have a narcotics detail at that time. However, based on your passion for pursuing narcotics cases, you were assigned as a detective to focus solely on working these cases. In 2016, the narcotics detail was formed, where you worked with and for Sergeant Scoggins at that time. You generated numerous local narcotic cases, assisted surrounding agencies with narcotic investigations, executed search warrants, arrest warrants, and made numerous arrests of drug dealers in and around the city of Boerne. You have acted as an undercover officer in several cases and assisted as an undercover officer for other agencies' investigations. Your dedication to a law enforcement mission has made you an asset not only to the Boerne Police Department, but to all law enforcement agencies that you work with. As you take the next step into a supervisory and leadership role, I have no doubt you will be successful as you exemplify what it takes to be a strong leader. I congratulate you and am proud to bestow upon you the rank of corporal. Okay, and you're going to have Brandon come up and pin you?
Yes.
All right.
I think he was worried about you pinning you, so.
Yeah, you can do both that. So you notice the gold, so officers wear silver, once you become a supervisor, it switches to gold, so that's what it is. Oh, you broke her. And Lisa will stay in CID investigations, and she'll be the in criminal investigations.
Did you want to make that speech? Okay, Officer Bo Patton, please come up. In 2011, you began your law enforcement career with the Atascosa County Sheriff's Department before transferring to the Northside Independent School District as a police officer. You are a second-generation police officer following your father's successful footsteps. In 2013, you started with the Boerne Police Department and achieved one of your goals by becoming a member of the emergency response team. In 2014, you were awarded Officer of the Year for your dedication and accomplishments. Since you have been with the department, you have earned 2 Certificate of Merits, 17 Notice of Merits, was awarded Officer of the Year in 2015, won the Top Gun competition 2 times, and achieved multiple annual Fit for Duty awards. You then quickly became instrumental in the Field Training Officer program as an FTO in 2015. Since then, you have helped develop and shape new officers focusing on safety and the proper mindset for law enforcement. In 2016, you achieved another major goal through perseverance and hard work and became a firearms instructor. Once you became an instructor, you did not stop there. You were appointed to Assistant Team Leader of the Emergency Response Team. You earned your basic TCOL instructor certification and became a patrol rifle instructor and defensive tactics instructor. In 2020, you assisted in developing and implementing continuing education for the department in the form of monthly in-service training. Furthermore, you have been one of the primary instructors for the department and led several critical trainings. You have poured countless hours into your individual development and the development of the department. You have shown your leadership skills and abilities through your involvement with the Boerne Police Department. I know you will continue to be a high performer as you begin your new role as corporal. I congratulate you and am proud to bestow upon you the rank of corporal. You're going to have your wife come up and pin you. You did the job. Just kidding. Brandon Goodwill, please come on. Brandon, your career with the Boerne Police Department began as a probationary police officer in 2017. However, before you started your law enforcement career, you served your country honorably for 5 years in the United States Marine Corps. The experience you brought with you helped you to quickly become a field training officer, and you were soon after selected to be a member of the emergency response team, where you were later assigned as the team sniper. You have earned 8 Notice of Merits for outstanding police work, as well as 3 Boerne Police Department Life-Saving Awards for your performance in the field. Furthermore, you were awarded Officer of the Year in 2018, and in 2019 became a certified K-9 handler for K-9 Ammo. I know you have made many sacrifices along the way to reach this position, but your strong family support system has made you successful in your endeavor. I've watched you grow as an officer, as a man, and a father, and I'm proud of your efforts. Your commitment into furthering not only your career, but also focusing on the success of the department is just another example of your energy and drive to be a committed leader within this agency. Your continued perseverance and aptitude have contributed measurably towards the success of your career, and those qualities will help us build a more effective department for our community. I congratulate you and proud to bestow upon you the rank of corporal. Heather, you going to come up and
Especially with people. So special.
We thought the baby needed a lot of work, right?
So she's still on ring sheet, just so you know.
I don't think that was ever a question. Okay, Pete, come on up. Okay, Pete. You began your law enforcement career in October of 1998 with the Abilene Police Department, but you've been part of the Boerne Police Department family since June 2004. Prior to starting your career in law enforcement, you took it upon yourself to get further educated by earning both your bachelor's and master's degrees. Since then, you have received a meritorious conduct award and a Boerne Police Department life-saving award. Furthermore, you have earned 32 notice of merits for your outstanding police work and community policing efforts. In 2019, you took on the challenge of becoming a certified canine handler for Canine Tucker, which could not have been possible without the support of your family, especially your wife. Over the years, you have continually challenged yourself to become a better police officer. You have been a field training officer, a standardized field sobriety instructor, a member of the negotiations team, and a certified TCO instructor. Your continued perseverance and aptitude have contributed measurably towards the success of your career, and those qualities will help us build a more effective department for our community. I congratulate you and I'm proud to bestow upon you the honor of court. Thank you, sir. And Letty, you can come up, Penny. Letty is one of our senior dispatchers, so she's always watching.
See you, Sergeant. Put there, right?
So if you've been counting, that's 6. So where's the 7? Unfortunately, Officer Weber cannot be with us today for personal issues. However, as soon as he gets back to work, and he is officially promoted, I'll meet with him and his family and read his letter. This kind of concludes the formal part of the ceremony, but we've got refreshments next door. So please go over there and partake of them if you can. I want to thank my staff, especially Cheryl, for putting this together. And I want to thank Officer Foley here who did the video montage, which is not part of the regular job, but she does a good job, and I appreciate that. And again, thanks everybody coming.